Drum roll. We have got another $1 million book movement idea that is about to ignite fire inside so many souls. And that's what's ultimately is important, is igniting the soul, waking someone the fuck up, having somebody be like, oh my God, new life is possible. Yes. And we are here for it. So we did a couple chapters already. What's your book title? Tell us about your progress. And let's see if we can expedite the process faster. Because the big picture is this is the greatest lead-in ever. And for whoever feels the energy, the vibe, the words, the frequency, like for whoever you hit home, because there are your sheep, they're the people you're meant to lead.
Mhm,
For them, this is salvation.
mhm,
Yeah?
mhm.
So
Yeah.
we're playing from the end in mind. We are creating the right book for the right person who's struggling with particular types of things, and you talk about it. And we're gonna lead this beautiful individual, this amazing soul, through a process of transformation, starting with the
Mhm,
book, which is the greatest like lead in. So the person who resonates with this already gonna experience wins. And then what
mhm,
happens when somebody already experienced wins? They know that this is the correct energy. They're like, I want more. So we started with the end in mind, right? Because we're going to help
right.
people transform their lives, which means high ticket. We're going to present them with a value, with an irresistible offer for which, because everybody wants transformation. They want a Porsche. They don't want just a keychain. So a lot of people get this wrong because they're like, want a keychain. Like a book is like a keychain, right? Ultimately, the
Mhm,
greatest lead into the bigger picture. So now we're creating a book with the end in mind, right? Which is the full transformation and authenticity. And tell us about it.
Well, I really thought it was awesome, Dasha, that you were able to give me the framework to start with because I didn't really know. Like, I've always known I wanted like to write a book, and I know this is going to be the first of many. Like, this is just going to kind of get the creative juices like rolling and started, and to show myself that I can do it. Like with especially with the framework that you have. So the framework was really key for me. Is like getting started, and once I got the framework down, we kind of outlined the chapters. Then what I wanted to do is just get out like verbally like everything that was like on my mind. So I just like dictated like my whole story like out, like just dictated my whole story out. And I actually put it in Chat GPT. I was like, please, like I'm dictating this, please like put this in some type of a readable format so I can go back and look and see how I want to integrate into my book. So I did that. I got to see, I was like, oh wow. And it like reading my story, I was like, holy crap, that is it just really you don't think a lot about your past or like what you've been through and the hurdles and the challenges and just seeing where you are now. It was just wow. I was like maybe even more excited about the future. So I did that, got it out in a readable format. Then I wrote out what I wanted, like an outline of what I wanted to say for my first two chapters, and not very grammatically like correct. But I had some really key phrases and things I really wanted to like dive deep into, like with the book, and starting with the title, which is the Fem Strong Method: Aligned Mind and Body for Juicy Millionaire Success. And I really wanted to talk about what juicy meant and how like it really ties into having this life full of fullness and abundance and vibrancy. So that's how I started like my book. I gave a little background about my like story, and then I went into talk about like what a juicy vision is. And not having a juicy vision was really what kept me stuck for so freaking long.
Oh, and let me share how we did this first thing. So this is so cool that you just said that. The first thing we did was we were like looking at how to step into the new identity, which you've already been showing up online for forever and always. Everybody sees you as a wealthy, incredible woman with a movement that's called Femme Strong, like tailored toward women at this moment, right? to
Yes.
be strong from the inside out. And you already show up like $1 million+ Di, you knew that for each one of your businesses, and you have multiple. And now, like, so the inside and outside got to catch up. Like sometimes we're like showing up like $1 million already, but we haven't figured out that our story is the path to glory, that our story is the path to the millions. And we're talking millions like impact. Because if we focus on
Mm-hmm.
impact and how to deliver it easily, right, systematically,
Mm-hmm.
so we can broadcast our message to more and more people without even needing our energy, that's the name of the game. Because we know the more people we impact, the richer we get, right? That's how it is. So if we focus on each person, then we're not focusing on the money. The money is a byproduct of us doing something that is heart-led, that is fulfilling, that is part of our soul because our story is in it,
Oh, absolutely. Like
right?
100%.
So then the first thing
100%.
we did was we dialed in this name of the book, which took us like a session to do together. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that right? The FemStrong method. And then we were talking about
Yeah.
why it's a method because then a woman can reference to a step-by-step process that changed her life and be like, hey, I did the FemStrong method. So that's like catchy. And you want
Mm-hmm.
catchy because catchy creates momentum and it lights fires because it's easy to remember. Since she's already been doing
Yes.
FemStrong, this is just an extension. It's like, okay, well, here's the method that goes together with this identity, with this FemStrong identity, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then the tagline is align mind and body for juicy millionaire success. And we're talking millionaire in every sense. And remember how sometimes people are like, oh, if I haven't achieved that, like I can't say that word. But the reality is, when people say the word millions, they mean big. It just means bigness. One of the million avenues is dollars. One of the avenues is an incredible life that you feel like a millionaire, even if the bank account is not there yet. So, or a lot of kisses, like millions of
Mm-hmm.
kisses, millions of roses, millions of hugs, millions of laughs, right? So it's like millions is such a big, amazing word, and that's sometimes like we had a conversation like what like the syndrome if you haven't created multi-millions, like can you really say multi-millions? It depends on what your definition for it is, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So then we came up with
Absolutely.
that, and you feel good about that?
Oh yeah, I feel really good about that. Yes, yes. And really like the next point, I guess you can kind of see in my book right now, I have like I kind of opened it up where I can have the audience like do some exercises on how to define their vision and what they want to go, what they want to do, and kind of how to open up to do that. So that's where I am now, the very first part about juicy vision on how to create that. And now just kind of flowing into
So the
like the
cool
rest.
part was the first thing we did, because this is all part of flow. The first thing we did, we came up with the catchy title, tagline. Then we came up with the steps, like big overview steps. And then we actually channeled the chapters,
Mhm.
just having this little step blueprint, but the chapter outlines just flew right out. I think it
Mhm.
was like in like 30 minutes.
Right. Yes. 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 So fast. So
And
fast.
now let's talk about how we can make it the most efficient now that we have
Mhm.
chapter outlines. So if you want to share, and we're going to talk about how you already did ChatGPT, but also different ways that you can uh, speak it into the computer. And I'll share
Okay.
the different strategies, and you see which one resonates.
Okay.
You want to share with the screen?
Oh, oh, share my screen. Okay. What do you want me to share
The book
the
so far.
okay. My version of it. Okay. Okay. So
I just
yeah,
want
I
to
just
mention for anybody who's watching is that when you come up with the title and a movement and a tagline, that's gonna spark your own desire to want to keep going. Because then you're like, whoa, like this inspires me because I'm also working on these things. Like a lot of people are thinking that they need to already be at the destination in order to say, hey, look at what I have achieved. Now I can help you. But the reality is, when we're going towards something bigger than ourselves, we're always going to keep going. And we're just enrolling people to keep walking with us on the journey home. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are like a destination, but the reality is everybody wants to be part of the journey. Do you catch my drift?
Mhm.
Ooh, so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. So
Mhm.
far, sweet. Let's fucking do this. And I love that you are completely unfiltered here, like just how you would talk. And
Yeah.
you train ChatGPT to kind of keep your own essence in there, right?
Yeah, because I spoke into Chat GPT so much my for the background of my story. I mean, we did a 20 minutes. I just spoke about my story. I was like, look, keep my voice in this when you're helping me write the chapters because I want it to sound like I'm right. I'm talking because I am talking. Just make what I say a little bit more concise, cohesive, and flow into a story format.
Yes, and I just want to show you something that you may not have noticed, but right now you're learning this format. Guess what? You can help others with this too.
Hmm.
You're
Yeah.
literally right now mastering the skill of being able to create a momentum book that's going to lead to a movement that's going to lead to millions in every avenue. So
Hmm.
now you can help others do the same.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So good. So good.
So, and by the way, when we were creating the chapters, right before we did that, we pulled up your genius in Human
Hmm.
Design Gene Keys. And remember how I just read everything to you? And then we were like, oh, what would be the best ways to title with the keywords from the genius?
Hmm.
Just so cool.
Yes.
All right, cool. Juicy
So
vision, big vision.
yes.
I love that. Million. Ooh. Cool. So you were this time you were dictating into ChatGPT and then put it
Mhm.
in here?
Yeah, I dictated in Chat GPT like my whole story. I was like, look, this is what my book is about, and this is my story. So use this to help me with the chapters, and this is what I want the chapters to be about. And so I did 20 minutes of dictation about my story, just about my family growing up and where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, and where I am now. And I then told Chat GPT to put that into a readable format. And then I looked over that and then used that to help with the chapters.
Hot. And if I'm like hot. That's
Huh?
amazing. And it felt good, right? Like as you
Oh, it felt so good. Yeah, it
fun,
felt
right?
so good. Yeah, so fun. So
I
fun.
love that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So when you're dictating, do
Hmm.
you automatically do it from your voice to the computer into ChatGPT or
Yeah.
into the phone?
Yeah, straight from phone to my ChatGPT app. Yeah. I
Oh
didn't do
yeah.
any of this on the computer. Yeah, it was all on my phone,
Love that.
basically.
Well, ChatGPT also has the same exact app that you're using on the phone is on the computer. So when you pull
Hmm.
it up, it will be the same. All the words and everything are the same.
Hmm.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
knew.
which is yeah, it's pretty awesome because then I could copy it and paste it so much easier onto like the Word. So I used to pull it up on my desktop after
Yeah.
that.
Cool. So you're
So
already dictating. Sweet. So then what's the next chapter after the juicy vision? What do we have?
I stopped there. I was like, I did not the only thing I didn't finish was the exercises like for the group that I was gonna have like them do for the juicy vision. And
The
that's
exercises are going to be at the end of each chapter.
yeah, I was just gonna give them a couple questions
Cool.
to think about. And then the next chapter after that is we look. I got so excited about this chapter. I have not really looked ahead much. I was like, I love this chapter so much,
Yeah, baby.
but it's so
Oh, and
good.
just an
And it,
FYI, when we work together, we have a document where it's ongoing with all the videos that we do and all the notes. which I believe is a good thing, right? Because you can always go back and reflect and re-listen and reread.
Right. The next chapter is the breakthrough, like how I kind of broke through to get to my like big juicy vision.
Mhm.
And have not started that yet. And that's like about the mastermind.
Mm.
And
So I want to welcome you to, in the beginning of your chapters, if you feel resonance, to ask a question.
okay.
Um, because then you're inviting the reader, right, to ponder upon, like, for example, like, what is a breakthrough? Or for example, a lot of people feel that they've had a lot of breakthroughs in their life and yet they're still not seeing results or something like like something to ponder upon that is provoking because then it's like, well, I want to keep reading this. Because no matter where someone is with questions, you can help them help themselves because you can direct them to saying, have you asked yourself, aka your subconscious, the question, if you've really gone deep enough into the roots of why the reality that you desire hasn't manifested? Have you had the deepest possible breakthroughs in order to see it manifest in reality?
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Because then I'm reading this, and no matter how successful I have been in no matter what area of my life, I'm still like, well, like, let me think about that. Is there an area that still needs work? Okay. What she's saying is that it's deeper than that, deeper than what I've gone through.
Mhm. Yeah, it's so true.
You see, like if you're bringing the reader, because you're having a conversation with the reader and with your
Mhm.
life stories, bringing points home.
Mhm. So do you think it still works there to start talk about the breakthrough? I was just looking at our outline.
Oh, you're saying maybe it's too early to talk about the breakthroughs.
Yes, should I?
Okay, let's see what's the next chapter after that.
We have the chapter two. We have titled it Breakthrough. So I don't know.
Wait, why are you playing small? It's pretty good. You wanna do why are you playing small next?
Yeah.
Or not knowing what you want? Yeah, maybe breakthrough should go like 5 or something.
Trying to think. So like with the
I mean, you
method
can you
being,
can always when you're channeling
uh-huh.
the chapter, I mean that could move later too, because these
Right.
aren't
Okay.
set in stone,
Right.
you know?
That's what they I think that's what I need to keep in mind. I just probably just need to write about the breakthrough and then worry about like putting it like where it goes at the end. Because like the breakthrough, like that's part of the book about the like having a mentor and like being plugged into a group that's so important to kind of help direct your energy, like helps you see things that you can't see, help you realize like the gifts that you have that you're not seeing, that you may not see.
Okay, you want to channel together?
Sure.
Cool. So get your you do it on your phone, straight into ChatGPT. So there's a couple ways you can do straight into ChatGPT. You can record your voice and then use an just record. But I guess nowadays it's better to record and types into. But if you chose to just want to record, there's a website called otter.ai that will transcribe the recording.
Okay, well, I can just let's see.
But I feel like what you have tuned into is the best way because you're going directly into ChatGPT and dictating and you can see it right away. Like you can
Mhm.
fix the words that get messed up.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Let me pull. Okay. I was like, oh no, this is not exactly. I was looking at ChatGPT and it was actually a masterclass I was doing, not my book. Um,
Charlize, where are you at?
Hey, boo, we're working on the book. We can see you.
Okay. All right. So
yeah.
sorry. He had
So,
to test everything.
That's all good.
yay. So, what we're doing right now, we're going into ChatGPT and we're going to talk about my second chapter. It's like the breakthrough.
Why the fuck are you a dentist? Did you see the post I sent you and someone's going like this, like dentistry this morning?
Yes, I'm like,
Right?
I'm going to be so doing that. I'm going to be like this.
Yes. Yep.
Cannot freaking wait. I'm like, that is saved, and that is going to be one.
Wait, why don't you start it this chapter like that?
Oh yeah, I go, why the fuck are you a dentist?
And then,
Like,
and then you can say, or whatever business you're in, why the fuck are you there?
right.
Your story, universal, and then back to your transition example.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is good. Remember how you were like, oh, so why the fuck are you a dentist? Um,
Right.
what's his name?
Sorry.
Whatever name he said to me. And
This is it, Josh.
I
Yeah.
prefer, oh, I love that. And I want to transfer the question to you. Why the fuck are you in the business you're in?
Yeah.
So then,
Um,
is there a big enough reason and why? Let me tell you how I understood that it was time for me to change gears.
yeah, absolutely. So do you want to do this now or do you want to do it after the call? Because I feel like if I can do it after the call, I can like
Okay,
really,
but can you write down that notes what we just channeled
yeah,
so you know like how to start it?
yeah.
And can you see how this is gonna be done before you know it?
Oh my gosh, I know. Like seriously, like we could really have this wrapped up in a couple of weeks. Like honestly, I could like I yeah, I can do like a couple of chapters. I don't want to overload myself, but honestly, it was so freaking fun. Um,
All right, baby. So okay, so now you know what to say in this chapter? You
this
got
is
enough?
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
So
next.
yep. Okay, so this is like why the fuck are you a dentist? And then this is I want to talk about honesty. This is big. This is big in your breakthrough because you're not honest with yourself. And I was not honest with myself. And I don't want to know if I want to talk about it like here, like this one, or when I did the mastermind with Jessica and she was like, yes, you know, I know what you're meant to do. You know what you're meant to do. I'm
So you
like,
so
yes, I
you can
do.
make this chapter called "Are You Honest with Yourself?"
Yeah.
if you want.
Okay. Something about honesty. I don't know when to put in the story about the mastermind. If I want to put that in the mentor section about, okay, now like you, I don't know how I want that to flow, but I do want the story of me and Howard and the podcast. And I do want the story of the breakthrough in the mastermind with a group of ladies because I feel like that's important.
Cool. So remember that nobody knows the flow of your story.
Okay. Okay.
Only you do. So
That's right.
the
Nobody
only the only
knows.
person that's gonna think, oh, that doesn't flow well is you inside of yourself. Because people are gonna get whatever nuggets they're gonna get out of this, and you will never know which one of the nuggets hit home for somebody. And
Okay.
they're not gonna be like, hey, I remember you said that you had this interview before you made this decision to like,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're
Okay.
either gonna be lit up implementing, and resonating or not.
Mhm. Yeah. And I think that has to go, I mean, that I also has to go with like the vision too, because like you do have to like open up space to allow yourself to have a bigger vision. That's another thing. And then when you do it, you really have to be honest with what you feel. And then you don't want to be honest because if you are, a lot of things are going to change like drastically. And that what you're doing now is really not what your soul is meant to do, wants to do, is yearning to do.
So that's it.
And it's scary. It's
So this
scary
is
being
the
honest.
way that you're
Yeah.
speaking is the conversation that somebody has inside of their own mind. The whole point of this is to enter the conversation. So what you
Mhm.
just said, are you honest about how you feel where you're at? And then you can go into the conversation like how you were feeling and how it took people outside of you and events to stretch you to see that a bigger, aka different reality was possible. That sometimes when you're inside of your own bubble, you think that this is the way it is, especially if you're a high achiever and you don't see what you don't see until somebody shows you a different reality.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also want to put too is like you can't change the pull of your soul. Like you can't change it. Like if your soul is being pulled in a direction, no matter how much you try to brainwash yourself into wanting to love something and wanting to like it, you can't. And I tried so hard. I'm like, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to the CE. I'm going to build this gorgeous practice that I love coming to every day because it's so pretty. I'm going to have the best patients. I'm going to treat them so amazing. They're going to love to come see me and I'm going to do this amazing work and I'm just going to love it and it's going to feed my soul. And no matter what you do to make it like perfect, it's not going to give you that fulfillment unless you really do listen. So, and I feel like I don't know. I'm sure a lot of other women go through the same things, like trying to make like they're successful on the outside, and there should be every reason why their soul loves what their soul should love what they're doing to the fullest because it's so absolutely amazing and beautiful, but they don't because it's not what they're meant to do.
I have an idea for you. Because you are so amazing at channeling, I just hope you noticed that just now. I want to welcome you to see if you tune into this experiment.
Okay.
Right now, see how you just channeled this, and you can even use these words from this video
Mhm.
from this video. You can keep going like that. So you have a tentative structure to give you ideas, but you could just literally what you just said, that's a chapter, and then it started to lead into another one. Okay, that's a chapter, like, and you just let it happen.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll like get on my phone and I'll just like sit down like for 20 minutes and be like, okay, this is the story. This is the deal. And we're going through the honesty. We're going through yeah, everything that I just said, I almost like freaking forgot. But once I get in the zone, like
Yeah,
I'll
and then
remember
you're
it
gonna be like,
again.
okay, break next, but your frame of thought, like if it's going, keep going. Like
Okay.
you don't need to reference back to the document. If the flow, if you're tuned in, turn on, God's source is just speaking through your soul. So let that be a beautiful flowy experience like a wave. And then we'll slice and dice or you slice and dice into chapters because it's already
Okay.
flowing. You know what I'm saying? Then we
Hmm.
just make it a little bit more user friendly for somebody to digest.
Okay. For sure. For sure.
How
Yeah.
does that sound?
Definitely. Yeah, that sounds like really good. Like a lot of times I'll overthink it, but I just need to sit down and just talk like I'm talking to you with
Yes.
what's going on. Yeah.
So from now on, you're gonna say a lot of times, I'm
Yeah.
observing. I'm observing
Right.
myself overthinking, and then I'm slowing down.
Yeah.
Slowing
I
down.
know. This is
Having
so
fun.
like this is really like so incredibly fun. Like when I sit down and do it and what comes out like after I channel out what like ChatGPT spits out. I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize like I said that or that came through. Like that is amazing. I
But
love it so much.
the beautiful
Yeah.
part though is that you're still transforming and keeping your soul in here. So it's not
Mhm.
like you told ChatGPT, so this is the difference, right? It's not like you told ChatGPT, like, write me a book that's going to be masterful at ABC. Like, you're still dictating, so you're transforming in
Mhm.
the process of sharing it, right? And it's
Right.
just making it more beautiful, more user
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah, user friends like deciphering this, what I'm saying, I'm putting it out in a more clear way to make it understandable. So no, I love it. I love being able to share my stories like this. This is going to be incredible. I wonder. I
Jessica,
will
Jessica,
definitely.
you weren't here, but I told Des that now she's got a new skill set. Is she's going through the process, she'll be able to help other people bang out books like this.
Of course. I know. It's amazing. Their transformation. I
So
love it.
I know. And once you get like one done, like I definitely want to do another one, and there'll be so many more because like the chapters just keep on adding.
It's like tattoos. Once you get once, no going back.
That's right.
Haven't done that yet, but trust me, like I know, I guess once you've done it, you want to do it again.
Yeah, once the practice gets sold, I'm definitely getting my first. So definitely for sure.
Love
But
it.
no, this is really great. And it really is pulling me back into that like past time and like what I was going through when what I was thinking and really why I couldn't like make the next step and see the next step. I mean, if I'd have known what I know now, do you think I'd have stayed in dentistry at like almost 20 years? No, fuck no. Like how fast would that have been?
Well, we
You
were
know?
supposed to get to 2025. I believe we were supposed to get here to
Yeah,
this year, the awakening year. Like I think
yeah,
everything led up to like now,
yeah,
because
I'm
now is the
sure.
shift, right?
Yeah,
Like,
now it's like the freaking shift. So,
yeah,
but no, but if
But the drive, Des, remember that the drive is toward the sleeping lionesses. Because
yes.
if I wish I would have known then what I know now, guess what? You don't gotta go through all this thinking you gotta be somewhere and sticking to one identity if you're really over it.
Mhm,
I'm here
right,
for it. So you
exactly.
could be helping women that are younger than you, right? That wanting to make a leap
Hmm.
like younger, and that's like the whole point. It doesn't matter what age the person is.
Yeah, because people waking up can see it now. This is the beauty in this year. I feel like people really can see it. Even in dentistry, it's just cracking open to people. Their eyes are opening to what could be, even though they're scared and shitless, like not saying it. We know in their heart and souls
Hmm.
that they're thinking it. We can see it, right? We can see it
Right.
trickling out. So I
I
think
know.
the more we speak and our truth and our story, um, the better.
Right.
So much
And
goodness.
right. And how many women like are like at where I am, like wanting to make that like transition? Are there a lot? Like I don't even know. Like, are there a lot that are unhappy? I would assume there are a
Oh,
lot.
there are so many, but I don't believe that they will. Yeah, gosh, there are so many, but they don't believe or can't get themselves to speak. Think of Karen Luckett. She is so deeply, her soul has been crying and screaming for so long. I just want to like hold her and be like, and shake her and be like, woman, she wanted to start the little houses and
Right.
she started it and then she didn't, right? Because she didn't stay plugged in. And
Right.
I'm like, women, we're here, freaking do the thing. We're here to hold you and support you and like, let's fucking go. Right. But my energy is too much. Like, I'm like, you know me, like, I do, I know. And people are like, well, fuck you. Who are you to think that? Dennis would be like, I'm sorry, like, whoa. So I don't know. There are so many. This is going to be so powerful. And yes, I mean, it's going to help so many women just hopefully through a book, because they can
Hmm.
digest it on their own time and allow that transformation without someone being like boldly in their face, like, I know what you should do. Because
Right.
that's not for everybody, you know? So I think it will be amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're good. You're good on the book. You
Yeah,
feel
I'm
it's
good
gonna
on the
keep
book.
flowing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good on the book. I'm just gonna it's gonna be scheduled in like after right after our session today. I'm just gonna sit on the couch and do that for a little
Perfect.
while. It's really
And then
nice. I'm just honestly like really trying to get my brain back since the trip. This is the first day back to work, and it's just like, "Ugh."
Yeah, but the paint is so good and then you're gonna get your vision stuff up this weekend.
Yeah,
Your
you can see some
area.
stuff in the background. Like I have the
Yeah.
big vision board back here that I'm like working on, and I'm gonna actually put it on a smaller one so I can put it like on my window. I'm going to use that for my calendars. And then I can like move that around so it won't be in the picture. And then tomorrow, my big project is to get this the greenery up here and then put my sign up. And what I want is this you can get magnets that like screw into your wall, and I'm going to be able to I want to be able to flip my sign to Film Strong. I want a neon Film Strong sign and a neon Juicy sign. I want to be like to flip those, like
Yeah,
take those
that's
on and
awesome.
off. Like
Yep.
if I want the Film Strong up, if I want the Juicy, I just have the Juicy one now, so I'll have that one up for a while until I get my Film
I
Strong
love
one.
it. Clip on. Does your juicy sign it stops, right? Like if you wanted it just on neon yellow in the background or
Yeah, any color you can possibly imagine, you can just put it on and stop
I
it.
saw them all in rotation.
You
I
can
love it.
rotation, you can
Good
blink
color.
them. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it is so great. I can't wait to get it back up. I miss it so much. Like it's my, oh my God.
I
So, but
love it.
no,
Well, I'm excited for the
yeah,
sanctuary area to be built out. Like, what a great
yeah.
weekend coming back to do that.
Oh my
'Cause you have
gosh, I
so much
know.
space around that desk and table, like
Yeah,
the wall, and the windows. I
I
love
got a
it.
lot of space, so it's really good. Yeah, I think the challenge for me too, like the next several months, is holding the void, like holding this energy and kind of feeling like I'm doing a split. One leg is being pulled in one direction, one leg is being pulled in the other. I really just have to balance it with flow and with ease and just like really like I want it to happen so incredibly bad. I have to release my attachment to it. So that's going to be my inner challenge. So I may be calling on you ladies for that because I want it so incredibly bad. I wanted to work out so much for with Eva, but I need to be able to hold capacity for all the emotions that may surface and come up and you
and
know.
the thing is, it's a frequency thing, magic thing, and you can also make a chapter for it, so your book can talk back to you and hold you accountable for like, and whichever chapter it's gonna be, you can channel it because you can move later. Or you can channel it for yourself, right? Because you're doing this for yourself, and
Mhm.
like the cherry on the top is everybody else too. So you can channel that chapter into like how you're staying in the void, like explaining it and holding on to the frequency and staying detached from the outcome because you understand that you gotta allow space for magic because life is about magic and hold on to staying in the vibration of magic and unexpected and knowingness. So you can channel that for you, like what steps you
Mhm.
take. So that way you're gonna feel that because you're putting it into a book for the whole world, is like the subconscious like starts to talk back to you once you put it out because you say that that's what you do inside of a book. So then it holds you accountable for doing that.
Yeah. Oh, so much so. Like, and one thing that I have like really like leaned into and learned that yes, like every day I have to just be open to like the magic and miracles. And that I think the biggest thing that causes anxiety with us, like I think with humans in general, is like uncertainty. And this is just a big, like huge like it's not like several years ago like you think you're like everybody has this conception misconception of certainty, and when you have this misconception of certainty it relieves anxiety because you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get up and go to work the next day and it's gonna be like this and this. I know what to expect. But when it turns out there's uncertainty, there arises so many like, well, for me, because I am like on that I do have challenges with anxiety. It does arise a lot of like anxiety, like the uncertainty. And so really embracing this time as this is when you lean into the magic and miracles. Like this is the most amazing time ever when there is uncertainty because that's when you can open up to everything. And helping your body be in a relaxed state is so important. And doing things such as breathing exercises, working out exercises, is when a lot of like the health aspects can really come into my book, because you really have to like allow, and allowing part of that is allowing your body to relax and just release.
Hey, I'm really feeling that you are in a really good flow right now. So I welcome you to go now. To go where-
Okay.
to go because you're in
We're-
such flow. Use your energy wisely right now because you're flowing.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sounds great. So we just end right now. That's fine with me, and I'll just keep you guys posted.
Yep. Go, go, go.
Okay.
No.
All right. Awesome. Sounds good. I'm going. Bye-bye. Bye.